Greetings, my name is Patrick. I own JUNTAK Avocados Farm. Today I'll be talking about organic farming and its benefits and the kind of organic fertilizers that we use here at JUNTAK Avocados Farm. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, we do use cow manure, we do use chicken manure, we do use sheep manure, and we also use grass clippings. And today I'll be talking about waste. As you can see here in the bottom here, we have various waste that we got from the market. These doesn't look very good because they've been fermented and collected several days. We brought it from Jakarta and we brought it to our avocado farm. These are basically different kinds of organic waste, such as from fruit vendors, salads, whatnot. So everything here, we just put them, they're clean. The idea is we take them and we can spread them on our avocados, as you can see here. We've dug out a channel around it outside of the drip line. We just dump it there. We don't process them or nothing. We just leave them, let nature take its course, and it's very good. We will have a lot of worms and all kinds of insects that's eating up, and sooner or later it does become fertilizer for the trees. Now we'll talk about organic farming. Now we've switched to organic farming these past several years, and we've seen a huge change. Our trees are much more vigorous, they seem to be more healthier, and you have to know the difference between when you use chemical fertilizer versus organic fertilizer. When you use chemical fertilizer, you're basically feeding the tree. Yes, it is already ready and you're feeding the tree. However, they don't last very long, and that's the reason why, if you read a lot of literature, it seems like you have to spread fertilizer 3 times a year, 4 times per year, 5 times a year, whatever. Different kind of trees will have different requirements if it's chemical. However, if you use organic fertilizer, as my previous video, we'll use maybe 100 kilograms of chicken manure or 100 kilograms of cow manure, such as this. This is just waste from the market. This is probably at least 50 kilograms per bucket here. There's 3 of them, so you're looking about anywhere between 150 to 200 kilograms. It is a lot of water, but then again, we dump them so much of it, so it doesn't really matter. And if you look at here, we also use a lot of mulch. So we use a lot of grass clippings. So when we cut the grass, we just dump them in there, and it becomes, it becomes fertilizer sooner or later. And the mulch helps it regulate the temperature, makes it healthier. It gives a lot of good cover for our trees. Now, when you implement organic farming, what happens is, as I mentioned earlier, when you use chemical fertilizer, you're feeding the tree directly, the roots. But if you use organic fertilizer, the idea is you're feeding the dirt, you're feeding the land. What I mean by that is that you provide it, you enrich the soil with more organic, you feed the worms, you feed the insects, you feed the mycoparasites, and what happens is it makes the ecosystem a lot better. And the good thing about organic fertilizer, they are slow release, so instead of worrying about whether you should feed your tree 3 times, 4 times, 5 times a year, no, with organic fertilizer you give them once and it just feeds it continuously throughout the whole year. Anytime it needs food, it's always available. So it simplifies a lot of farming, it simplifies a lot of operations. You don't need a lot of complicated equipments, machines. You don't have to have very high technology materials. You don't really have to use a lot of labor because you use it once and then you set it and forget it throughout the whole year. You don't have to worry about it, okay? And you just use organic fertilizers as it becomes available. And with that, you're making the trees much healthier, more vigorous, and it becomes a lot more resistant towards all kinds of diseases. Even here at our farm, we do have bugs problem in the past. We used to have those worms that eats the the leaves. They're no longer a problem. We use natural predators, so we have made peace with nature, and it enables us to coexist. So when you use organic farming, you basically make peace with nature. You become a team, you work together. You don't try to fight nature, all right? So you try to make everything natural, and if you're able to do that successfully, I guarantee you your level of cost will be so much more decreased. And once we have already switched to organic farming, the amount of chemical fertilizer that we use, pesticides, insecticides, even herbicides, has dramatically dropped. I would not say that we don't use chemicals at all, but it's only on certain and very extreme cases. But for most of the time, we never use it, and we have able to reduce our consumption for chemicals related for 90–95%. Huge, and from that alone, there's so much money has been reduced. It simplifies the process. It makes farming a lot more easier. We have so many birds that now survive. We do not harm nature. So many bees and so many insects that helps with pollination. And because when you use organic farming, you don't have collateral damage that you would have if you use chemical pesticides and insecticides, herbicides, whatnot. It's not good. So I encourage you, if you have a farm, and if you're growing avocados, whether it be avocados, whether it be durian, whatever fruit that may be, I encourage you to go organic farming. Use the techniques to it, and your trees will love it. And as you can hear, a lot of our trees are currently massively flowering. And again, it is proof that organic farming methods is much more superior than using chemical methods at your farm. Okay? And thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.